Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 136 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. How you doing?
I'm feeling roady.
Okay.
I'm
Got a
actually
great.
feeling much better. You know, in all seriousness, I am actually feeling much better. Getting over my sinus infection, my other problems. I'm doing better. I'll just say that I'm doing better. I'm feeling better.
All right. Well, good. Well, special thanks to our sponsor, Panini America, and give some shout outs to Kyle Katz, Beans Ball Card Blog, Skid Marks, and Justin Williams for the YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them. And want to thank not our sponsor, sorry, wrong one. Shout out to new subscriber TJ Graves or resubscriber to TJ Graves. So good to have TJ. We saw him in Atlantic City.
National.
Yes. So
Mm.
welcome aboard, TJ. If you are subscribed, if you're a new listener, subscriber, we'll give you a shout out as well. Making sure there's nothing else here we need to cover. Got a great show today. We're gonna do race results naturally. We're gonna talk about national treasures a little bit. We're gonna revisit those golden auctions we checked out last week. We'll see what those auctions ended at. We're gonna just stop by Tops now to look at the four cars that they had released the other week. So we're gonna find out the totals. They actually updated them, so let's knock on wood they do 100% of the cars this year and give us the print runs, since you know they kind of advertise of that's kind of the selling point. So we're going to talk about Facebook groups and selling in them and the collectability, and then we'll finish with King's Court. So
Another jam-packed show.
I'm telling you, we got to get moving. Get
Yep.
moving, man. Just need okay. Anyway, all right, let's get it going. We had the Craftsman Truck Series that was race number 4, and that was the XPEL 225 Saturday, March 25th at Circuit of Americas. Zane Smith was our winner. Nick Sanchez was our highest finisher gap, position 7.
Yeah, that was a good race. I mean, right at the end, Zane Smith just ran away with it. He had the by far the superior truck. Kyle Busch couldn't do anything to catch him.
That's got to be saying something right there.
It does. It says a lot.
And, Zane Smith, he was our Truck Series champion last year. So he's doing pretty good there. So, and we've talked about his cards before. Let me get that slide up. Zane Smith, 2018, his rookie first cards. He's in the next in line. There's only 3 parallels for that. You can see there's the normal version. You have the cracked ice, which is one on the left, and then the explosion numbered to 99. The ice is 999. There are signatures, which is in the top to the left. There's 3 versions of that. Then there are 2018 Panini Certified, only signatures in Panini Certified. That's the one at the bottom there. He's in Panini Prime, clear silhouettes. Those are memorabilia. I don't know if they're autographed or not. I don't know if I didn't get to grab a screenshot. What's that? Oh, the Z. I like that. And then his only real base card is in the 2018 Panini Victory Lane card number 40, I believe, with the different parallels: silver, gold, red, blue, green, black 101, and the 4 printing plates. So no autographs in Victory Lane. I guess, there's autographs in every other series, but so that is Zane Smith's rookies. And then highest finished rookie, Nick Sanchez. I think we talked about him last week or the week before,
Mhm.
maybe. 2022 Donruss with the different parallels there and printing plates and signature series as well. Chronicles, though, he's in multiple um, sets in there with Clear Vision, Clearly Donruss, Contenders Optic, Obsidian, Spectra, Stars and Stripes, Zenith, and then 2022 Panini Prism with all the different parallels and also sensational signatures for autographs in 2022 Panini Prism.
Yeah, and I love his autographs so much.
Yeah, I was thinking about we need to do like Paul does with the different um, like NCAA bracket of who's got the worst signature.
Yeah, I was trying to do the Zoltan Z for can't seem to do it for Zane Smith, but whatever.
Nice, I like that. Okay. Next race
Boom.
number 5 is the SpeedyCash.com 250, and that's going to be at Texas Motor Speedway Saturday, April 1st at 4:30 p.m. If you are going to that race, or I would highly recommend you check out J-Ski, and under the section, I can't remember exactly which one, but it's driver appearances. There's going to be some drivers there signing autographs that day, so it's always fun to go and get a little bonus there. So
Absolutely.
moving over to the Xfinity Series, race number 6. That was the Pit Boss 250 presented by USA Today. That was Saturday, March 25th as well. Circuit of the Americas. AJ Allmendinger was our winner. Highest finished rookie was Sammy Smith again.
Yeah, I'm on board the Sammy Smith train.
Me too. AJ Allmendinger. This is one of your favorite cards. This is one of the ones that kind of came out as, if you remember, we talked about where you have the Lewis Hamilton and the ones out of the Czechoslovakia magazine cards, the
Yep.
formula. So this was also in that series. This is from 2005. It's card number 190, I believe. So I don't know if that's a pre card there. And then the other cards for AJ Allmendinger, his first cards are 2007. So 2 years before that, the 2005 formula. And then 2007 with the Press Pass Premium. And then also with the 2007 Press Pass Stealth, card number 29, with different parallels for that. 2007 Press Pass VIP, base cards in that as well. The Press Pass signing sessions, and then the 2007 Tracks base card number 32, the parallels for it. And I just saw the eBay previews back in the day. They Press Pass used to do those eBay previews, numbered out of 5.
I wish
But
I'd bought some more of those, or
oh
had
my
bought
goodness
some of those
gracious!
back in the day.
Yeah,
Now,
bought them all, right? Wow.
yeah, no kidding, man. Hey, go back to that formula card.
All right. I don't know if I should or not, but okay.
Go for it. Is that Gronk or is that AJ Allmendinger?
Yeah, that's early. Well,
I think
maybe.
it's Gronk.
Well,
He,
I don't know how old he is there. He is so young, man.
he's got, yeah, you can see he's got some acne on his face, and I think he's going, oh,
Man. All right, let's finish up AJ. Also, 2007 Wheels American Thunder, card number 84. And oh, it must be the autographs there. Serial number 345. Also, the version which I love, wish I can find. There's only 50 of those autographed Dinger. That's the one
that'd
to
be a
the
cool
right.
one.
Oh my goodness gracious, yeah, man. and then Cool Threads and Single Hat also for American Thunder. So not
Sweet.
a lot of 2007 for him. So he's, there's some tough ones in there, but
Mm,
his prices aren't that bad. Of course, none of the drivers are really any bad. The ones that
no.
are anywhere escalating are the new young guys that everybody's going after, Sammy Smith, stuff like that. We talked about it last show. Don't go too crazy on the mass produced stuff. So
Yeah, it's plentiful. You'll be able to find it in the future. It's not like it's going away or going anywhere.
and don't rush to the doors for some of that stuff. Now maybe the harder stuff, there's a whole different story. The low numbered stuff, but
Hmm.
don't go crazy over the silver prisms or anything like that. So just trying to save you guys from our experience, because we would have done that years ago and we learned from our mistakes. All right, speaking
And
of my mistakes, all right, next one, Sammy Smith. And get on the tangent here. 2022 Dunruss, card number 39. Different parallels. We all know about all multiple parallels for that. The Signature Series, also in Chronicles, Clear Vision, Clearly Donruss, Obsidian, Spectra as well, Stars and Stripes, XR, and then we'll move over to Prism. And then all of the parallels in Prism with autographs in the sensational signatures. Lots of parallels for that as well. So
yeah,
plenty of cards to go around.
yeah, and we talked about that Donruss card last week about the dude down there at the bottom. I don't know who that is. Checking him out, but um, if anybody knows who that guy is, because I can't really tell who that is. It looks like another driver. I think this is driver intros that they're
it,
probably going through on that Donruss card. So
it's got to be. I'm looking to see if
if
I had that.
somebody if somebody knows who that is, can identify that driver or let us know. I'd be interested to find out.
I was looking through my stack here. All right, I'll have to. I've got to make a note to do that. So
Yeah, and we talked about his signature before too. It still looks like it says Lulu, but
yep. All right, let's keep it moving. Next race. We got so much to talk about today. Next race, number 7, Toyota Care 250, Richmond Raceway. Also Saturday, April 1st. We got another doubleheader at 1 p.m. So that's at 1 p.m. The other one's at 4:30. So Xfinity first and then truck race. Okay. Moving over to the Cup race. That was race number 6. The Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, Sunday, March 26th at Circuit of the Americas. Tyler Reddick finally won that race. And highest finished rookie was Ty Gibbs at position 9.
again,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah,
Road course there. I think No Gresham was a few spots down, but we've been talking about him quite a bit, so he's finishing higher than Noah. So
yeah. Maybe he'll win a race this year. Who knows? That'd be crazy.
that would be awesome, man. I'd love to see
Hmm.
both of them go. Both of the rookies win, right?
Absolutely.
All right, moving over to Tyler Reddick. We've talked about him numerous times throughout the years. He was the Xfinity champion 2 times with 2 different teams, which is saying a lot for folks who follow NASCAR for years. He's in 2016 Panini Prism. Only signatures in Panini Prism. Those are the cards to the right. And in the center there, the graded PSA 10 silver, blue, and the green, as well as all the other parallels. He does have base cards in Panini Torque. I don't think I have a picture of that, but I do have a picture of the dual materials that's in there, that series as well. Also driver scripts. And then also in 2016 Panini Certified, their base card there, card number 49. That's the one with the pink background there, his base card. He also has certified potential signatures in there as well, numbered to 170 or less. Looking
Yeah,
at
his signature's not too bad.
Hmm. No, I actually on the actually they all look good. Yeah, I can't remember if the torque was on card or not, but
It that looks like a sticker.
yeah, I think they're all sticker. But yeah, I mean, with a new team, the first win for them, that looks like that was a good deal for them. You got Kyle Busch who won for his first team, so it's interesting to see Tyler over there. And Bubba Wallace is struggling at 23XI. Tyler Reddick comes in and wins here in the what race was this? This was race number 6. So
Yeah, that wasn't a very good look for Bubba. He got out of the car and he's telling everybody he needs to be replaced. It's like, dude, you don't need to be replaced. You just need to have a little bit better luck and not not freak out so much about it.
yep, Ty Gibbs. We've talked about him quite a bit here over the years. 2020, his rookie cards in 2020 Panini Chronicles with Crusade, Phoenix, Score, Spectra, and then Panini Prism scripted signatures, and that's it for Ty Gibbs. So not a ton, but a decent amount in 2020.
Yeah, Mr. Chicken Scratch autograph.
Yeah, and we talked about that that
Yeah, we
last
talked
week.
about
So
that too, but yeah, his autographs are freaking terrible.
yep. Next race, race number 7, Toyota Care Owners 400 at Richmond Raceway, Sunday, April 2nd at 3:30 p.m. All right. Moving over to F1. They were off last week, but they are racing this week, race number 3, and that's going to be the Australian Grand Prix, Sunday, April 2nd at 1 a.m. Not sure about that being on TV or not. I read something today about some kind of licensing deal, so I don't know if it's going to be on or not. So,
Huh? That's the first I've heard of that.
yeah, I'm hoping they're wrong. So I'm hoping it was just whatever country they were in, but hopefully we'll be able to get to see it. So not going to be live for me. So
No, no, it's halfway around the world for us.
but yeah. And moving over to the IndyCar series, they are racing. They were off last week. They are racing Grand Prix of Texas at Texas Motor Speedway. That's the PPG 375 at 12 p.m. on Sunday. So we have, I'll see IndyCar at that. What time did I say? 12 o'clock, and then NASCAR Cup Series at 3:30. So
Yeah, it's another full slate of races again this week. There's 5 races if we get to see F1.
yeah, it'll be a good race day. So
Yeah, a lot to report next week.
yeah. All right. So speaking of, we're not going to go into it super heavy now, but NT's National Treasures Racing will be released on Friday when this drops. I think you said, Logan, they have them available on the Penny website, or they're getting ready to release those. And how much were they?
$400 is what I saw on Panini's website. So that's
I,
not bad because you get, I think you get 8 cards. I think you get 4 autos, 3 mem, and a base card in there. So basically, that's $50 a card, if my ciphering's correct.
all right. I want to say that's kind of the way it is before, right? It's eight
Yeah,
cards, one pack, 4 autographs, 3 memorabilia, one booklet card, and one base parallel card. So, um, and I've seen them well in years past. 400 is about. I think that's kind of on the lower end of the offering. I think more like 450, 500 on the higher end. So It's not like some of those other sports where it's thousands. Of course, the market's not like that anyway. But so,
That's true. And plus, we'll have some, truck series, some ARCA series. We'll have some Xfinity series drivers in this set as well. So it's not like it's all Cup. Now, if it was all Cup, I could see it being, several $100s more a
well,
box.
that's true, right? So Panini is using some of the other drivers, not all legends and stuff. You have what Derek Cope was in there, and Michael Waltrip, and Carl Edwards, and all the other guys. So, but just want to let you guys know that the checklist is up on Panini's website. If you want to check it out, we'll have a deep dive on National Treasures next week. Dig through the checklist and give you our takes on the checklist, and so we'll see and what's trending and everything else. So my first glance at it was it looks like there's some rookies in there, so there'll be some to chase, and if folks are working on a base set as well. So that's one thing I like about National Treasures. There's just not a bunch of autographs. You can work on the base set. It's a tough one, but
Yeah, it is. And again, it's going to be another 50 card base set to work on. And I think the last, was it 41 through 50 are cars that are called cards that are called cars. But I'm not sure if these are autographed or not. Um, but I think those may be tougher to get. So trying to get a base set may be a little bit tougher. We'll see. Again, this is all speculation. I don't know for sure. Of course, we won't know until actually everything hits. But the cars from what I've seen, from the driver signing them on, on social media, and then some of the images I've seen on some of the sales sheets, they look really nice. I'm going to try to buy a box from Panini. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure my LCS will get one. I don't know if I'll be able to buy that from him or not. That's a lot of money to spend on cards. So, and everybody knows I'm cheap.
I was gonna say, there's 4 boxes to a case. I think the case, if you can swing that, you get that really good monster hit. I think it's feast or famine on the boxes. So
Hmm.
because I know we like last year or whatever, not to be negative on it, but that you get a booklet and it's 2 patches. There's no autograph, right?
Yeah, I mean the on the plus side, you get a booklet. On the negative side, the booklet could have two pieces of tire from Michael Waltrip.
Yeah.
So,
Or you get one
there
that's
you go.
you get a booklet with a sponsor piece and a beautiful autograph, right? So, like I said, it's somewhat feast or famine. Or you can do like friend of the show Joe, where he was getting that Richard Petty dual sheet metal or whatever it was, and getting send it to Petty for him to sign. So, impromptu booklet, autograph
Yeah.
booklet. So you can do
Well,
that with whoever else, if they sign. So make
yeah,
lemonade out of lemons.
I'll probably buy one box for sure, and then I'm probably going to cherry pick what I want to buy online on eBay or wherever they pop up at on the N.U.T.S group or wherever. Uh, so we'll see.
Well, that's a perfect thing. So, all right, we're talking about 400, 425. You can take that 425 and buy just what you want too. So, unless you want
Exactly.
that scratch that itch. So,
Yeah, but there's always that thrill of opening a box and hoping that you get that monster hit, that really cool 101 or whatever. And I've been pretty lucky for the most part with National Treasures, so I really can't complain. There's other people that there's been some duds out there too. So, and those do happen.
that's the way my luck is. I got a booklet. It's a booklet I don't want, but or it's it's a it's a booklet. Yeah, let's just go there. Hey, that's a double jumbo swatch of Derek Cope. Or wait, take that. Let me scratch. Austin Dillon, because I always get Austin Dillon. I cannot. He's following me.
Yeah. Now, my luck with NT recently has been Eric Almirola.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's like almost every box I get an Eric Almirola something. So I think
laughing
he's
because I
signed a
got the
lot of
same thing.
stuff. There may be some double prints. No, there's not. Just kidding. But yeah, but I'm hoping for some good stuff. We'll see what happens.
Yep. So next week we will do a deep dive on National Treasure. So, all right, let's go to some show and tell here.
All right.
Share the screen. Let's go with this one. No, let's go with this one. Okay. All right. We talked about the Goldin auctions last week, and we're saying about picking up some deals, and we were going to come back and visit that lot after it closed, and they'll kind of get an idea. So these all ended on the 23rd, and so like this George Russell, these are 2020 Chrome PSA 9 for $13 with 4 bids. So it's not a refractor or anything else, but you know what PSA grading is. And there's actually 2 of them sold here. There's 2 9s for $13 a piece. There's the Formula One mixed Schumacher. So there was a lot of these tops now Formula One that were signed and graded PSA DNA. And so that's another upcharge, for the autograph authentication. So $13. There's a Max Verstappen, another 9 for 13. A lot of these are $13. I don't know what lucky, unlucky, but I don't know if you got any of these Lewis Hamiltons. I know you collect Lewis Hamilton 2020 Chrome 9, and that's PSA 8, $13, numbered at a 399. Here's another Gem Mint, Topps Formula One, number 20 for 18. So these are all in 18,
Wow.
20, 20, 22. That is another George Russell 9. Charles Leclerc, PSA 9, $23. This is a $23 lot here. Looks like
Yeah, it's like they're going up. You must have it sorted lowest price first.
lowest price first. Very good. So another George Russell 9 for 28. Again, $40, $30, 31. These are signed. Here's the Senna Gem Mint 92 grid for $31.
Oh gosh.
Because I would thought that one for like 100 or a few hundred last year.
Yep. It's going down considerably.
Yeah, well, remember you said we remember those boxes, those box sets you could buy all day long for what, $5?
Yeah, 5-10 bucks, man. They couldn't give them away for the longest time until
Yeah,
you know
the
top
F1
top
craze,
top
yeah.
dropped their F1 products.
Yep. So here they're going up more, 35, 37, 37. Here's Lewis Hamilton 2020. Man, I wish I would have bid on that one. $38 for a 2020 Lewis Hamilton Chrome 9. Leclerc. So this is a PSA DNA, but it's only a 4, but it's $42. So autograph there. Here's another Senna for 60. Is that the same one? No, different card.
No,
Okay.
it's a different one, and they have multiple
Cards in the series,
cars of the
yeah.
same driver in that set.
So here's a Sapphire Hamilton PSA 8 for 80. George Russell 2020 Gem Mint for 96. And let's go to the last page here and see what the high numbers are here.
Yeah, that card with Lewis Hamilton with his hands together, he's going good, good.
Yeah. This is Pierre Gasly rookie card numbered at a 99. Gem Mint for 240. Oh, we got a NASCAR signing. Denny Hamlin signed card 101
One
PSA
on
Gem
one.
Mint 302. 36 bids. So we got some NASCAR in there, and then also George Russell, numbered out of 99, Gem Mint 330. Then we get into the Dynasty Formula Ones here. So 468.
Oh, it's Toto. He's too sexy for his shirt.
Yeah. Carl Sands signed 611. We're going up here 600s, 700s. What do we got here? Looking to see if there are any key things that you see. Shout out Sergio Perez for 1,080. Lando
Yeah,
Norris 2,300, and then of
wow.
course Lewis sign patch for 4,560.
Yeah, the autograph has a skip in it too. Oh, that's
Yeah. Oh
terrible,
my goodness. Yeah. I
man.
was trying to figure out if there was something else there, but yeah, that I swear we've seen this one before. I know we saw one with a skip in it. I can't remember who it was, but
Yeah,
anyway, so that is one of them, and then more of the high dollar auctions that actually just finished up today, which had some of the bigger pieces that we looked at, I think, as well. Let me make sure it's coming through. Okay. Um, Pierre Gasly, rookie number to 5 for 1,600. Charles Leclerc patch out of 10 for 2,100. We got the Sebastian Vettel zipper there for 2,700. George Russell auto for 5,000. The Sports Illustrated for Kids Lewis Hamilton of 2009 PSA Gem in 10 Papa 1 4,200.
wow. Now that's impressive coming out of SI for kids. A
Yeah,
10.
yeah, I think we talked about it before how hard it is for those. So it's a
Mhm.
Papa 1, 4,200. Also $4,200. Charles Leclerc signed patch, and then Russell zipper 7,000. The PSA 8 PSA BGS 8.5 2006 Futura Grand Prix 6,500. The Lewis Hamilton Sapphire Gold Edition numbered out of $56,000. So keep an eye on that one right there. So that's 6. We have the Lewis Hamilton autograph here, numbered at what's that, 50, 58. It's for 17, and this gold set, complete graded set for 24. So I don't know if that Hamilton in there is a 9 or better, but that's 6. It could be 6,000 of that 24.
Yep.
The Sapphire Chrome case of 10 boxes for 20,000. That's 2,000. That's I want to say that's what we saw it was back in 2019. It had gone to like 50,000, 49,000.
Yeah, that one's come way down.
And then the 2020 Topps Chrome F1 factory sealed hobby case of 12 boxes for about 21,000. And then the Mac Daddy here, Max Verstappen signed patch for 26,500.
That's a cool looking patch too.
Yeah, it looks like I got a seam in it and everything, right? Seam right there.
Seems
Stitching.
so.
Yeah, it seems so. And it's a 4-4.
Yeah, and his autograph, it's like, I remember seeing I think it was the Topps Transcendent WWE autograph of Vince McMahon, and he signed it just with a V, and he signed it with like a Sharpie that's been sitting out for 3 days, and it was really bad. It's that autograph of Max is not quite that bad, but it's not that good either. You would think that they're, I
So
guess
on the
I guess these guys are just busy and they just want to get it over with and they just want to sign and move on. They don't
Well, I was
really.
gonna say on the second day of the Richard Petty autograph thing, it's the second master class is on Sharpie management
Yes.
because he knows a thing or two about Sharpies. Anyway, all right, moving on. The tops now. Just want to drop in real quick on the website, make sure it's coming through. There was a 4 card set or 4 cards that tops released. We had Max Verstappen, the winner, and best outstanding race to take podium. And then, but the main one with the variations, I think, was only, yeah. So Logan Sargent here, card number 3,615. Card 1 of Max, 1,097. Card number 2, 1,219. Again, the Logan Sargent, 3,615. And the impressive drive in opening race was 733. So just wanted to let everybody know about the Logan Sargents and what the print run was. So
That's actually a pretty cool card. I wonder who got the 1-on-1.
well, it's not me.
No.
Let's see. They showed there's the
There's the
101,
1-on-1.
and then there's a blue out of 10. I did see somebody had one of the blue backgrounds. I don't know if it was a 1 out of 99 or if it was a 1 out of 10, but I bought a few. Did not get a parallel. Wasn't expecting a parallel because I used some of my tops points to get some, so get a big discount off them. Long-term hold.
Yep.
All right,
You can't spell Logan without Logan.
That's right. You cannot. All right, that's all I had for that. So I guess on to the Facebook group. How do you want to introduce this?
Well, I'll just talk about it real quick.
You crunched all the numbers, so
yeah, I did some number crunching. We went through, and actually, this has been well over a week ago. Just took a point in time and took the 100 previous posts before that, and we categorized them into different categories, like for sale post, want to buy, pickup / mail day, questions, and trades, and compiled all those into pie charts on the NASCAR N.U.T.S group, which N.U.T S stands for NASCAR Underground Trading Society. And then we also did one for the F1 group, which is the F1 trading card collector chat buy sell swap Facebook group, which I think is the leading group for F1 right now. And with that, I just want to say that, we went through these charts. We disseminated the data. And it's not meant to disparage anybody, any group, or anything. We're just purely looking at the data. Like Val's got his calculator out right now. He's crunching some numbers, and we're just merely going to present facts and give our observations on this. So, Val, if you want to show one of the pie charts, we'll talk about it.
All right. So the N.U.T.S have been around a long time, probably pre Panini, and they had a website message board, and then pretty much with technology, everybody kind of went over to the Facebook group. So let's start with the N.U.T.S first, then.
Yeah, they started on October 15th, 2009.
There you go.
All right, because I do have some stats on this. So, looking at the N.U.T.S group, they've got 1,755 members, which I'm a member, Val's a member, in that group. Now, on the day that I did this, and we got this information, they had 18 posts in a day, and for that month, the previous last 30 days, they had 497 posts. And as you can see here, we took a date and time, just went back 100 posts. So basically, out of 44 out of 100 were for sale. Uh, there was also people wanting to buy, which was 10% of the group. And of course, there's a lot of people like me. I like to show off what I get. There were people, showing their pickups in their mail days, and there was 20% of those. So 20 people out of the 100 posts were showing what they picked up. And then other people were asking questions, and there was other just basic, just other things. There were 16% of those, and then a lot of people like to trade, and there was like 10%. So one out of every 10 posts out there on the Nuts group is like, hey, I want to trade this card for this, or I've got this card to trade. If you're interested, let me know what you got, whatever. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So, looking at this pie chart, what it tells me is that the Nuts group is, all about collecting pretty much. They're mostly collectors. They've been around a long time. They know what they like, and they're willing to trade. But like I said, 44 out of 100 were for sale. So I think that, like what I said, you're seeing more collectors there. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Val?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, no, I think it's right in line. I frequent the Nuts page. To your point, people are asking questions and stuff like that. So because I've been doing this for a while, I try to answer questions, or because if I see a 88 Max Earnhardt, um, I want to make sure it's legit. Or if somebody has some of those 2003 like 10-year anniversary cards showing those Earnhardt autos, that people know that those are reprints and not the real deal. Or just people are asking questions, hey, when's this person's first cards or whatever else. So I like to people are selling all the time, and usually they're pretty good pricing in there. So I guess where I'm going with this is, if you're not visiting it frequently, things get posted and then get sold pretty quick. So I mean, I bought a few things from there. I think I've sold a few things on there as well. So uh, I think that's about fair representation of it. So
Yeah, and I did, like I said, I did some more number crunching on this, and like I said a while ago, there was 497 posts in a month, and if you take that and you divide that into the total amount of members, it's like you have like 28% of the members are posting on there, so they're pretty active. It's a pretty active group, like I said, and you can learn a lot. There's a lot of knowledge in the NASCAR Nuts group, and that's shown by that 16%, questions and other things that are, people are asking on that group. So I thought that was pretty informative, and it's pretty much what I thought. Once we did crunch the numbers, it came out kind of, exactly what we kind of thought it would be like. It's like I said, it's more collector oriented, I think, um, versus what we're going to probably see here in the F1 group, which you'll see here in a sec. Might as well go ahead and show that one, Val.
sure, I was going to say that you have the number of users, and I think you know what's the right way to say this. So people are coming in and out of the hobby because you're if you're into NASCAR, and I'm sure F1, you have spurts where you're more involved than you are with others. So I think when folks are involved, they're involved. And then when they're not, there are other people are picking it up and they're involved when other folks aren't involved. So, it might be 20, 38%, but it's a constant flow of stuff. So I don't know if I made any sense, but
And also one thing to say too is the Nuts group is a private group, but only, and what that means is only the members can see who's in the group and what they post. Is basically what that means. Uh, it being a private group.
I think it was public, but I think when all the craziness started happening, they went private. So I think you have to recommend somebody, or you have to go through admin to to gain access to it. So
Yeah,
All
But
right, let's flip over to the F1 now.
okay, so F1, and as you can see, this is it's more of a Pac-Man thing going on here with the for sale. 71% of the posts on the F1 trading card collector chat buy sell swap page are selling. So, you know, just that one thing, when you see 71 out of 100 posts are selling, tells me that, maybe, you know, well, there's no doubt about it. It's more of a seller's page. It's not as much about collecting, I think, in this group as it is wanting to sell cards. Just the nature of the beast. What we've seen since F1 dropped. It was pumped pretty hard, and prices were inflated pretty hard. They've come down pretty hard, but you also notice that you only have like 3% of the people trading, and versus 10% with NASCAR. So that tells you that, again, people are wanting to sell. They're not really wanting to trade. So there's less. I think there's less of a collector base in F1 versus way more of a seller base. And again, if you look at the pickups in the mail days, that's half of what people have in NASCAR. So in the NASCAR group, in the N.U.T.S. So again, that just correlates back to the selling. People are wanting to sell. That's just the nature. Like I said, that's the nature of the beast of F1 right now. Everyone's trying to make a little bit of money. I'm not going to put anybody down for that. I mean, heck, if I could afford to have bought some of that stuff back then, a couple of years ago, and then sell it for the prices that it went for, I'd have done it. But I didn't. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, don't forget those. I don't know if folks realize it, but those 2020 Tops Chrome boxes were less than $200 a box, right? So they were up to $4,000 a box, almost $5,000 a box, and they've come down to $2,000 a box. So, if you were opening that stuff at 200 and collecting all that at 200, then you selling that, reselling that, and buying other stuff. So it's a lot of sales. So
Mm-hmm. And another thing that I thought was was kind of strange too was the percentage of people asking questions and wanting to know more about F1. Does that mean that people know more about it, or does that mean that people really don't care as much about wanting to know? All they're worried about is maybe selling. I don't know. I don't know what that really means, but I would think, in my opinion, that that number should be way higher because people are still trying to learn F1 since it's so new to the hobby. I would thought that number would have been way more than the 16% we had in the N.U.T.S group, but it's
well,
not. So
it
that's
could have been the time too where folks are not asking questions anymore. If maybe that was could have been a different number earlier on in the year, or people were wanting to buy just anything and didn't really ask questions.
yeah.
Everything was so hot, they were just, had no patience and just wanted to pick it up.
So I guess I should have prefaced a lot of this by the numbers that some of the numbers that they've got. The F1 group started on December 20th of 2020, so it's way newer than the N.U.T.S group. But they also have 6,143 members as of the time I purged this data. So that compare that to the 1,755 in the N.U.T.S group. That's well over 3 times more members in the F1 group. And again, that tells me that people are wanting to try to sell. It's I'm again, I'm not trying to put anything down or anything like that. I'm just presenting the numbers as they popped up. But again, I kind of already knew this before I went in because you don't see as much activity on the F1 group is, compared the ratio compared to the Nuts group, because in the last month the F1 group had 648 posts compared to 497 of the Nuts group, but then the Nuts group is more than three times smaller. So you would think that you would have more posts, but again, it goes back to the selling. I think people just really were trying to sell, and I don't think that there's, and you can look at these numbers. There's not as much other activity going on other than folks looking to sell.
Yeah, everybody I think went into the Disney stuff.
They may have. Now this group is a public group, so you can see anything anywhere from anybody. So you can join. And again, I'm a member of this group as well. I see some pretty cool cards on here that are for sale. It's amazing some of the things that people have. Congrats to them. Uh, but like I said, it's to me, this is less, in my opinion, this is less collector oriented and way more selling oriented than if you compare that to the Nuts group. I mean, of course, the numbers, I know that's kind of probably a stupid
S-
statement, but
Well, you got three times the amount of folks, and it's public. So, and
yep.
F1 is hot, was hot. So folks might just be trying to sell out now. So
Yeah. And that's the other point I was going to make are these numbers inflated because people are trying to get out of it now, or, I don't know. That's one thing I don't know, because we do know that prices have dropped considerably. So, are people trying to cut their losses?
well, I was gonna say either sell, not necessarily sell out, but maybe thin out.
That's true too.
Yeah, I
But
mean, there's a lot of things we don't know, but I'm really surprised though that there's almost three times the amount of F1 collectors in this public group than the private Nuts group, and F1's got so much more, I don't say hype to it, with the Netflix show and more probably international, because I think is this one isn't just US, right? I think it's international. A lot of folks from Europe and in there as well. So
yeah, and it's something that doesn't really show in these charts, and I just kind of added it together, is that there are breaks in there that, people are doing breaks. There was only one break in the Nuts group, and I added the breaks to the for sale. So there was one in the Nuts group. I added that to the for sale, and there was three different posts about breaks in the F1 uh, in the F1 group, and I added that to the for sale here. So just to give you a perspective on the actual, people doing breaks and advertising their breaks. And I might should have broken that out, but I did not. Because I just lumped that in the for sales.
well, that's interesting. That's awesome though. I'm glad that we're talking about what about 10,000 collectors between the two. So
Yeah, but like I said, the F1 group, it's a way newer group. Like I said, it's, the Nuts group has over 10 years on this on this group. That just shows you how quickly it grew and how crazy it went. Especially due to the pandemic and everything. Um, how it just went crazy. I mean, I don't have any other words to say on, what really happened here. It just exploded and went nuts.
yeah, see now one of the things with F1 is they don't have a lot of releases. Not that we have a ton of releases in NASCAR, but we are staged throughout the year. F1, I don't know if Tops has plans to do what they talked about at the National with some other releases. Otherwise, they're done until next January, February. So,
Yeah, remember at the national they talked about it. I think Clay or somebody was saying that they were going to have their stadium club type release around F1, but it was going to be called Paddock Pass. At least that was the name that they they threw out at the National. And there was going to be some other things too, wasn't there? What else was there, Val? There was another release I think that they said they were going to have on this.
Yeah, I think there was something else, but I don't know if they've changed their mind because of the way of the economy and the hobby. But yeah, I knew there was another release. I can't remember what it was right now. I have to look it up.
Well, I know right now you can pick up 2022 Topps Chrome light boxes extremely cheap. I bought one from my LCS for $65.
Wow.
And he paid more than he told me he lost money on it. He said he paid because he got direct from Topps. He he paid more for it than he sold it to me for. And I said, man, why are you doing this? He goes, sometimes that's just the name of the game. Sometimes you have to, sometimes you just have to eat some of it. It's like, wow.
Well, now's the time, for the collectors to come in and the prospectors to kind of move to the side. Of course, the way the economy is too. Again, we talked about it before. You can be really picky now for some of the stuff.
Yes, you can, and like what you were talking about earlier too on the Goldin auctions, there's a lot of good deals to be had right now. I mean, I've picked up on a few good deals on eBay. So if you're looking to buy graded F1 cards and you don't need a PSA 10 and you're just collecting, you can. Man, there's a lot of great deals for collectors right now. So if you're a
Yeah, I think.
collector, man, now's the time.
Yeah, I was thinking if you have a cash flow and there's gonna be some good deals coming.
Yeah,
So
no doubt, no doubt. Like I said, like what you were talking with the economy and everything else too. So I think now if you want to pick up some good cards at a good price, now's the time. But yeah, that's what we found out about the Nuts group, comparing it to the F1 group. Just wanted to show you guys. We just thought it was some interesting statistics on what we saw.
yeah, no, there's not a lot of ways to get that kind of information. So again, we're trying to bring you some different aspects of collecting in the groups. And again, there's not a lot of information out there on NASCAR, IndyCar, and F1. So that's why you're tuning in here. So,
Yep.
but I think that's all we have for now.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it may be time to play a little bit of music. All right, this week's King's Court. I had to throw in an honorable mention just because I thought this first card was pretty cool. So, uh, our honorable mention of the week. This happened ended on the 23rd of March. It's a PSA 10 Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2021 Panini Prism White Sparkle Signature Legend 1 of 1. Well, that's a mouthful. Um, I mean, that card is cool. Those are the ones that came with National Treasures.
Yep. No, I think it was a 3 card pack of white prism.
Yeah, you got the White Sparkle.
Yep. Sorry.
Um, I've never been lucky enough to get an autograph out of a silver pack like that. They do exist, as you can tell, but it is Dale Jr. They were asking $999.95, and they accepted the best offer of $700 for that card.
Wow.
It's a beauty, though, man. That's a cool looking card. I'm
That's
digging the
awesome.
black and white image, and then the Dale Jr. signature is really nice. He did a good job on that.
Yep. And then the white fire suit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a fantastic card. I saw it there for a little while. It was in contention for being the king of the week, but then I saw some other things that popped up. Just just the way that when I have to scan through the listings on eBay, it goes by what people were asking first, not what they actually sold for. So I may find something that sold for more later on as I'm scrolling through. So that's the reason that it was almost the king, but it was not.
Okay.
But still, cool card. All right. So next up is our Joker of the Week. We've seen these before. This ended on the 26th of March. It's a 1968 American Oil Willie Mays slash Parnelli Jones Winter Circle double panel PSA 6. They were asking $399.99, and I'm sure the price probably was because of Willie Mays, not because of Parnelli Jones. But but they accepted a best offer of $255 for this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool when you think about it. I mean, in today's economy, that's not really a lot of money,
That's
and
the price of a wax box.
yeah, and you just don't see stuff like this very often. And uh, these were contest cards that you see the perforation there.
Yeah, so it's a double panel. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah, and those
split
things
up.
fold
So
in half because you can see the front and the back right there,
yep,
and you have to rip off the perforation around each side, and then you open it up. And
very
there were game pieces and all that, so it was like a game that the gas stations had back then. Like I said, I remember those, but I never thought much about them. I just, I remember my dad getting them. Wish I had saved some of those, but I just, I think my dad just pitched them. If he didn't win, he just pitched it. He didn't
I'm
care.
sure. Yeah, again, that's why they weren't meant to be collectibles, and
They weren't.
yep.
So
All
that's
right.
pretty cool. All right. So moving on to our Jack of the Week. This was ended on the 27th of March. The 2022 Topps Dynasty F1 Zhao Guan Yu card. It's a triple patch auto. It's number 2 of 2. And it's a rookie card. And this one actually went out for bidding, which this gives me a lot better barometer on where things stand in racing cards. But this had 24 bids and ended at $2,606.
Wow.
So pretty cool. But I like it's got the little Puma patch on there and part of the Pirelli.
Yeah, I
I
like
guess
the way the
yeah.
Pirelli is kind of broken up by the Puma there. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, somebody was being really creative there at top, so that's cool, and of course it's
Good
got the
job,
rookie.
Tops.
Yeah, it's got the rookie card logo on there, all that. I just thought that was a cool card. What really sold me on it was the Puma in the middle. I just thought that was just super neat.
Yeah, that's a nice looking card. I like that. Good
Yeah, it was
auto
nifty.
and the rookie logo. Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
and he's got a good signature, and it's pretty clean if you look at it. He looks like he used a fresh Sharpie, so that's always a plus. So I like that card.
Very nice.
All right, so next is our Queen of the Week, and this ended on the 28th of March. It's a 2020 Panini National Treasures, Haley Deegan. Of course, they're all rookie cards. I think every card she's got's a rookie card. But it's RPA 2 of 2. It's got the Alpine Stars, part of the Alpine Stars logo on there, which is really cool. There are a lot of people that collect that, just the Alpine Star stuff. And they were asking, I don't know where they came up with this number. They're asking $1,730. That's a weird number, but they settled on a best offer of 1,300
Wow.
for that thing. 1,300. So Haley is still doing well, even though she's not doing so spiffy in the trucks right now. Um, her cards
Yep.
are still doing well.
She still has a pretty good collector base. So
She does, man. But we've talked about her before. She's got to step up her game.
yeah, I was thinking before the show, I was like, well, I'm kind of on the hold to start to sell here, but
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way too. I'm kind of thinking maybe it's time to sell and
I should
maybe
say thin out.
yeah, and get into some Sammy Smith or something. I don't know.
Yep. All right.
All right, so next up is our King of the Week. This was ended on the
Whoa.
22nd of March. This ended like right after we did our show last week. It's a Dale Earnhardt 1988 Press Pass 50th anniversary gold auto.
Wow.
I am in love with that card.
I was looking to see if it's numbered. I don't see it.
Yeah, see that's the thing is I thought these were out of 50.
Yeah, it should
Th-
be numbered in that left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. It's just hard to see.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's out of 100.
Yeah, they don't say in the description what number it is. I mean, or in the title. It may be in the description somewhere down there.
I feel like that's a low price.
Yeah, it is a low price. It went out to bidding and it went for 1800
818.
$818 with 35 bids.
Yeah.
So I think in the grand scheme of things, that was a good buy on whoever got that. And it was a prop scene auction as well.
Yeah, so that's a 98. So you can just send that to PSA and they'll engrade the card when because that is an authentic autograph. If it was 97 or earlier, it would have to go for autograph authentication as well as card grading.
Yeah, for sure. But that this is a card I may be looking for at the National this year. Uh, man, but again, I didn't see this card. I look, I peruse through eBay nightly, but we all know that you can't see everything, and you're going to miss things. This is one of them I missed, but he did a great job on that autograph. I mean, because those gold paint pens, they're notorious for streaking. So I mean, you look at that, and it's just like that's like to me that's perfect.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that
nice.
would get a 10 from PSA on the auto.
That's really nice.
Okay. All right. So next up, our one of the week. It ended on the 28th of March. Max Verstappen 2022 F1 foil fractor. It's a 1 of 1.
Wow.
And man, that's a cool looking card right there, dude. Can you imagine pulling that out of that'd be awesome to pull that out of a Chrome box. Oh my god. But anyway, they were asking $3,333 for this card. They settled on a best offer, which really wasn't a whole lot less. $2,800 was the best offer that was accepted on this card. And it's not
Wow.
even like I said, it's not even his prime base card in the set. This is card number 152. It's just a race win. And it still went for $2,800.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that chrome or is that flagship foil?
That's a good
I
question
think it's flagship foil.
because it says foil fractor.
Right.
So that would probably be in flagship.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, can you
Still,
imagine buying a box of flagship and getting that? Holy smokes.
yeah. Well, the boxes are what we say, 65, $75 now.
Yeah,
So
worth it.
wow. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a
For
cool card, man. I love that
I
card.
to your point though, I think the colors go great with that, with the blue there in the corner and the sky and the gold border, the yellow on the Red Bull jersey and on the driver's suit. It's just that's a nice looking card.
It's a beautiful card, no
Yeah.
doubt. All right, last but not least, of course, is our Royal Flush of the week. This ended on the 26th of March. It's a 2022 Topps F1 Dynasty Lewis Hamilton suit nameplate 2 of 2.
Wow.
I'm sure the 1 of 2 is probably the IS because they do those backwards. It's weird how Topps does that. But this bad boy went out for bidding, and it
Wow.
ended up at $8,100 with 32 bids. But
That is impressive.
that's pretty dang cool, and that autograph is not too bad. It's I know I critique these autographs pretty hard, but I collect a lot of autographs, so I'm always pretty critical of them. That one has a little bit of streaks in it. It's not as bad as some of the ones we've seen. So, but still, that is absolutely amazing
Yeah, I
card right
like that.
there.
The nameplate like that. That's really
God,
that's
that's so cool.
awesome. Yep. Yeah, you might get patches and logos and stuff, but have part of the nameplate. That's
Yeah. Well, you can't get. I don't think you can get better than getting part of the nameplate. I think that's the primo patch piece you want.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to be Debbie Downer or whatever, but it's like I would have had that like move it over a little more and get the LEW or something instead of trying to scalp it into two. Just make it a 101.
Yeah, I think they chopped the W in half. I think that's where you're going to get the other part of the one of two,
Yeah,
the
see, and the
WIS.
rest of the
So
WIs, yeah, would have rather have the LEWI or something like that, and then cut the Hamilton in two or something. Anyway,
yeah, I know.
it's really again, but that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for the other half of this and see what it goes for, because I guarantee you now that the person that bought this is definitely they're gonna pay a premium to get the other half.
I saw that with the with Haley Deegan. Not to go off on a tangent, but 2019 in the upper deck, um, whatever it was that they released, starts with a G, that they had her patches, and there are a few of them would make up the one. So it was like two or three pieces, and it was one of the sponsors of hers at the time. And people were looking and trying to, to pay a massive premium to try to collect that. So that
Yeah,
puzzle.
put the puzzle together.
Yep. So very cool.
Yeah, so there you go. That's this week's King's Court.
Awesome. $8,100. Whew, 30
Yeah.
and all those bids, not a buy it now. So, but anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Please like, share the podcast, share auto racing cards with your friends. Um, get away. I'm going. Go ahead.
Hashtag skid marks, Ty freaking Gibbs, and hashtag slapfire.
All right. I guess that's going to be our hashtag for the Chicago Slab Fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some stickers made up with hashtag slapfire.
Awesome. So, again, next week we will chat about or dig deeper into National Treasures checklist. You don't want to miss that. We're going to have a busy week here next week for the race winners. So we have IndyCar, F1, Truck, Xfinity, and Cup race. So we got a full slate here.
Yeah, and this literally just popped into my little pea brain, but I'm thinking maybe next week, and I'd like to see what people think about this. Maybe do a King's Court of just national treasures
Oh, okay.
and see what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. Comment, let me know, and if you think it's a cool idea, I'll do it.
All right, yeah. Please leave comments in in YouTube or the Podbean. If you're in Podbean, don't forget you get the podcast wherever you get your podcast, and we got the YouTube. So leave comments. We'll give you shout outs as well. And if you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. So for me and Logan and Bella, we appreciate you watching, supporting the show. And again, thanks for watching. We will see everybody next week.